Hey, welcome back, everybody. More Age of Empires for you. Again, we're on the new patch, and I wanted to try out something new for you all because there's been some changes to the Abbasid dynasty, and I really want to try out some of the new tech paths. Ooh, wish I had gotten that sheep there. I really want to try out some of the new tech paths that have been adjusted for this new update. And this time I was thinking, let's try making our infantry really chonky. Let's make some chonky boys. So we're gonna go culture wing first to get some cheap economic upgrades. We're gonna get to the castle age as quickly as we can. Maybe just keep a stable on hand. But once we are ready to age up to the castle age, we're going to go military wing, and we're going to get the upgrade that makes, I think it's boot camp. It's going to make all of our infantry have a higher health. Combine that with some cheap upgrades from our blacksmiths to give them better armor, and I'm hoping that that'll give me the advantage in most combat. If I just have a good amount of crossbowmen, I can deal with the Holy Roman Empire's man-at-arms. That's my thinking. We'll go culture wing, get preservation of knowledge, and then when we tech up, we'll get boot camp. Although really, I'm not sure if I should have gone culture wing here because boot camp is dirt cheap. I don't really know if I need preservation of knowledge. It might have been better to go fresh foodstuffs, because then I at least have access to agriculture in the castle age. But really the focus is on this boot camp. It increases the health of all infantry by 15%. And conveniently in the new update, you can actually see the bonus hit points that have been added to your units thanks to those kinds of upgrades. So it's really cool to see the adjusted stats on your units when you get those upgrades. To talk a little bit about the matchup, it's me, Abbasid. The map is Dry Arabia, and I'm playing against my opponent von Hunerstal, who's playing as the Holy Roman Empire. And the Holy Roman Empire have had a lot of adjustments. The landmark he went with was the Aachen Chapel, and that's not very different from previous build orders that we've seen. Oh, but this is interesting. He's going for professional scouts. I wondered why he just had a mill kind of hanging out here in the middle of his base. He's taking a very defensive posture now that I'm looking at it. And thankfully with these scouts I've been able to see that. So he's actually hunting these deer here. I should have recognized this earlier. I could have gotten maybe my horsemen over there a little earlier, but it's really hard to prevent an opponent from grabbing the deer that are like right next to their base. I mean, it's such a short distance back. I'm seeing a archery range also coming out from my opponent. So my thinking here is barracks and stable will beat his stable and archery range. If I can make enough horsemen, we can harass his archers. And with the spearmen, we can maybe take on the scouts that are grabbing these deer. But I think this is when I pick up on, oh, he's going professional scouts. Like he's been taking these deer off the map. Looks like I'm doubling back. I think I'm waiting to get my spearmen forward. Yeah, it looks like it. With my preservation of knowledge, I can get some cheap economic upgrades. So I got the mining upgrade. We're going to get wheelbarrow, and we're going to get our horticulture. We're finding his scout. That's just one of them. It seems like he's actually made a decent amount of them. He doesn't really make horsemen here. Yeah, look at that. He's got maybe 3 scouts over here. Yeah, there they all are. Just grabbing deer off the map. And like I said, oh, okay. 2 archery ranges here. That's a lot of archers. I try to engage, but look at that. He uses his horsemen to kind of screen for his units. I'm really trying to engage on his archers while my spearman goes to work on his horsemen. Oh, my spearman just runs around. What is he doing? Lots of archers here. We're doing good damage, but now we're getting near his town center, and that's providing a lot of firepower. And I really like this build from my opponent. The Aachen Chapel is increasing the gather rate of his choppers, his miners, and the people who are gathering the deer carcasses that are hanging out near his town center. That's really interesting. I wasn't sure what landmark he was going to go next. It's convenient having these scouts nearby. I'm pretty happy with my scouting this game, but he's really intimidating me with all these archers being produced. Ooh, I'd love to go for that villager there. Yeah, losing too many horsemen to these archers. The fact that I'm always fighting him at his base, sure, that's cool, but I really need to be careful with my units and not throw them away, because it's so easy to lose them. We can see he's going 2 stables, 2 archery ranges. Behind all of this, I've actually secured a pretty good economic advantage here. Okay, sending his horsemen out. In all that time, I've managed to make only a few units and age up. We're going military wing, of course, to get boot camp. And I'm focusing, oh, okay, getting a villager here. Yup, nice. It's a good pickup. But now you can see, looks like he's mixing in some farms. And again, those are all within the range of this Aachen Chapel. Like, my opponent is really smart with these economic moves here. Although he's got way too much lumber. Maybe he's gonna, oh, he's got, let's see here. He's probably gonna drop down more military production, so we'll see. But here's me dropping my military production. I'm gonna get these barracks down. I'm gonna get these archery ranges down. The idea is get these crossbowmen out as quickly as I can. I've also decided to start mining stone, just in case I need it. I assume I can use it to put up walls, or I can just use it to make another town center. So I'm about to age up. Hopefully I grab that boot camp upgrade quick as I can. But really, once I get up to the next age, I need to start thinking about the religious game, because I have a decent chunk of gold. I'd like to see a blacksmith put down so I can spend a lot of my gold on upgrades. I'd love my units to be stronger and get those armor upgrades more than anything. So you can see what I'm producing, just some man-at-arms, some... Oh, I'm getting my archer upgrade, but really I need these crossbowmen out. Here come the crossbowmen. My opponent's about ready to age up. Looks like he's almost hit it. He's got a lot, he's floating a lot of extra lumber, which is interesting. I'm doing pretty good about spending my resources. If we check out the income per minute, he's ahead in food for sure. He's also ahead in gold. We're pretty even on wood, and okay, he's starting to collect stone. But yeah, it looks like he's dropped down whatever his third landmark is, and I'd really like to scout that out. Really need to know if it's a Regnitz Cathedral, because then he's going to be going after all of these relics here. I should probably get aggressive with my man-at-arms, because he's not in the castle age just yet. We should really take advantage of this. I'm running into some food troubles here. Looks like I'm starting to add in some farms, but again, I didn't go the economic wing as my first upgrade, so I don't have fresh foodstuffs or agriculture. Both technologies that really help you when you're just kind of slim on resources. We're getting down our extra town center here, our second town center. And look at that, I'm pulling my units back. I really should have sent these forward to do some damage while we were waiting on him. Instead, he's got his scouts just kind of monitoring where my army's going. And I'm spending my wood on farms. Let's check that income per minute again. He's way ahead in food and gold. And knowing the Holy Roman Empire, with this food and gold, they're just going to produce tons of infantry, tons of man-at-arms. So my opponent hits the Castle Age. We both kind of went one base for our opener, but I'm playing it kind of greedy with the second town center. Looks like I really want to... Oh, and he sends in a big group of horsemen. Takes out my villager there. But I retreat my villagers in, send them back to work once things are all clear. And fortunately, I had these two spearmen here. And you can see the boot camp upgrade has come through. So my man-at-arms actually are receiving an extra 23 hit points. So let's think about it. A man-at-arms has... Let's take away the 23. 155 health. 155 health as just like a vanilla unit. If he's getting an extra 23, then that means for every, let's think here, maybe 6. For every 6 man-at-arms that I make, I get an extra man-at-arms. I'm not sure how good of an upgrade that is, but if you think about it, it's applying to every single one of my military units, each of my infantry units. The hardened spearmen are getting an extra 14, veteran archers are getting an extra 12, and I'm really focused on getting these unit upgrades. I really want the veterancy upgrades because that'll add additional health to my my infantry, and then that'll only be further enhanced. Oof, unfortunate. He went for the relic in the center while I was getting down an outpost. So now I'm scared. I'm like, oh, he's got a Regnitz, but now look at his army composition that he's made. He's kept all of his archers from his second age, and now he's mixing in his man-at-arms, and it looks like he's getting upgrades for them because you can see they've already got their maces. Actually, I think the man-at-arms come standard with that, but we'll probably see those upgrades soon. I'm kind of going for a variety of Castle Age solutions here. I'm getting my imams out, I'm getting upgrades from my blacksmith, and after seeing how many military units he had, I'm getting out mangonels. He decides to take down this outpost in the center. I cancel the Spring Alden placement, so at least I get that money back. But he is just getting a ton of resources here, and he's focused on the ones that are important. Food and gold. I think he's now actually collecting his berries. He's already got some of his farms going up. Me, I don't really have a lot of food income. I really need to either take these berries up front, or yeah, it looks like I'm starting to take this over here. It's good that I get these villagers across before these horsemen show up, but unfortunately they discover my mangonel right as it finishes, and these horsemen are so good at destroying siege units. This was so unfortunate. I could not believe that I lost those mangonel. And now his units are here, and I needed that mangonel to deal with all of his archers. He's got 4 armor. No, okay, my man-at-arms are the same quality. This is when I'm starting to realize it's cool that I went this path by getting the boot camp upgrade, but am I really going to go toe to toe with the Holy Roman Empire when it comes to infantry? There's not another civilization that does it better. Like, the Holy Roman Empire is just too good when it comes to infantry. Yeah, there's the two-handed maces for his man-at-arms. They're so strong. +6 versus heavy units. He can just take out my my man-at-arms so easily. Like, great, my man-at-arms got bonus hit points, but these man-at-arms of his do extra damage. That's wild. They're doing 12 damage, +2, +6. Oof. I'm trying to do some harassment on the back end. I believe I got 1 or 2 villagers in his farmlands. Finding the blacksmith. Okay, he actually hasn't gone for any blacksmith upgrades. And he's starting to wall off. I mean, why not? He can play defensively. Looks like he's got a castle going up here. Oh, make a desperate conversion attempt. Here's all of his archers. They're not doing much to my lancers. And so now I can take shots with my mangonel. Really needed to keep that prelate alive and near the mangonel because he's eventually going to send units to attack it. And all these villagers are just getting caught in the crossfire. Here come his veteran horsemen to try and burn down my mangonel. With these villagers nearby, they should be able to repair it, keep it alive. Yeah, that's fine. But now here come all the man-at-arms. What are we supposed to do? We can't take them all out, and he's producing them so quickly. And it's because he got the Burgrave Palace. Just look at this thing. It can produce infantry so quickly. It's anything he wants. Landsknechts, early man-at-arms, hardened spearmen. He's just pumping these out. Wild. Oh, I think that's a visual bug. He has gotten the upgrade to his man-at-arms. But look at how fast they're being produced. And he can just surprise me with this tech switch. Why not just start with stables and archery ranges, and then when your opponent is just unsure what you're going to throw at them next, put down the Burgrave Palace, and it'll serve as your super barracks and just pump out the man-at-arms to support your cheap army of horsemen and archers. This build from my opponent is so fascinating. I just absolutely love it. The moment I think I've cleared up a lot of his forces, he can just send even more infantry at me, and so I decide to surrender at that point. It was a good match. I think my infantry build just could not stand up to the infantry build of the Holy Roman Empire. Anyway, catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.